Sheikh Gumi reveals major reasons President Bola Ahmed Tinubu retired over 100 military generals. Popular Kaduna-based Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has condemned the culture of retiring senior military chiefs at the beginning of a new democratic government since the return of democracy in 1999. According to Daily Trust reports, Sheikh Gumi made the condemnation while speaking on the appointment of new service chiefs by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the compulsory retirement of over 100 military commanders. Gumi, a former military general, said that it is not always advisable to retire several military generals with lots of experience and training while revealing the economic implication of the practice. The cleric said, "It is very unfortunate. It is a very sad development that we lose after training them. Some get their training abroad with a lot of money to train them on a different kind of warfare." Speaking further, the religious leader associated the problem with two major issues confronting the institutions. According to Gumi, the appointment of the service chief is being politicized and the country is losing in finance and professionalism. He said, rather than looking for the professionalism of the retired generals, people now considered religion, ethnic affiliation, and regions that the service chiefs were coming from, which were not supposed to be. Gumi also noted that it was not in the tradition of senior military generals to remain in service when their junior ones were appointed service chiefs. Being a former military general, he said, the hierarchy in the army did not allow a junior officer to preside over his seniors. There will be a break in the chain of command, and that necessitates that they have to be retired. Earlier, the defense headquarters giving officers who are senior to the newly appointed service chiefs till July 3, 2023 to retire from service. It was reported that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Major General Christopher Musa of the 38th Regular Corps as the Chief of Defense Staff. He named as the Chief of Army Staff Major General Tored Labaja, the Chief of Naval Staff Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, and the Chief of Air Staff Air Vice Marshal Hassan Abubakar. They are all members of the 39 Regular Corps. There are, however, senior officers who are, of course, 37 and 38 still left in service. A memo dated June 26th and signed on behalf of the CDs by Major General Yahaya said the affected officers must tender their resignation letters before the stated date to preserve and uphold the tenets of the military profession. Meanwhile, sometime in 2021, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi came out of the forest in Zamfara and threatened the whole country by saying the bandits were gathering money through ransom to buy anti-craft missiles. But because Gumi is a sacred cow, a scared cow, nobody bothered to arrest him and question him. The same bandits, the beloved bandits of Zamfara, who Gumi loves to speak for, shot down Alpha jets. They have abducted enough school children and collected enough government money. They have bought the anti-aircraft guns Saint Gumi talked about. If they can shut down an Alpha jet, then commercial aircraft are sitting ducks. Gumi is still free, and he is a scared cow. The good thing about insurgencies is that, like chickens, they always go home to roost. Those who pamper them will bear the worst pains. This country needs to decentralize as soon as possible so every region can be forced to pack its own shit. This should be the position of any right-thinking person. Gumi, in an earlier post, had asked Nigerians to pity the next president, being Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi had expressed pity over the next president of Nigeria. Gumi said Nigerians' next president will meet a lot of mess upon assumption of office. He said the next president needed to act quickly and carefully upon assumption of the office of the president of Nigeria. Gumi disclosed this in an article entitled, "Let Us Pity the Next President." The Islamic scholar observed that Nigerians' economy needs a true nationalist to fix it. Gumi likened the situation in Nigeria to a person suffering from leprosy, diabetes, and HIV/AIDS. The article reads, partly, "The next president is going to meet a great mess." A metaphorical scene. The nation is suffering from the three main disabling diseases. They are leprosy, diabetes, and HIV/AIDS, all in one body. The presidency, which represents the brain, is not getting the true picture of the grassroots sufferings and the excruciating poverty breaking the masses because the feedback system is attacked by corruption, wickedness, and immorality. He said Nigeria's president must be careful with dishonest religious leaders. The president has to be careful of dishonest clergy, he added. Tinubu has to be careful.